Well, good morning to you, good morning. Where are we? We are in Azay-le-Ferrand, Indre. And, apparently I've been updated a few minutes ago. 10 degrees, that's not too sad. Going to get up to 21 centigrade, of course. So that's quite comfortable. Mostly cloudy, Monday the 8th. Brilliant, fantastic stuff. Coming down to this, chance of rain through the day, definite rain in the evening. Okay, and this little line here, orage, and one more alert. I don't know, my computer gets a bit confused at times because obviously that's French and that's English. Well, you know, I understand. I have checked this alert, and it's a yellow warning that there is a possibility of little storms. But with all things like this, it covers a very, very large chunk of France. So I'm not particularly bothered about that. But the rain, that sort of predicates against some activities. So I guess we ought to start thinking what we're going to do. And at 6:21 in the morning, I think the only thing to do is to drink a cup of tea and think a bit more about what we're going to do. And it's not as if I'm spoilt for choice for things to do. I have been making slow progress with this. As I say, this is an as and when job, cleaning this down. I'm fairly certain this is alabaster. And it's got all sorts of awful covering on it. And it's a quiet job. Doesn't make a lot of noise. Although that said, running the vacuum cleaner to tidy up as I go is noisy. So I think that's a job to attack for the next 20 minutes or so. What I really want to get done today is I want to get that door finished and hung and get this job put to bed. Basically that just needs finishing to fit properly. That will involve running machinery, so that's a little bit later job. Putting some hinges down that edge so that we end up with a bifold door. The other end of this job is a little bit more complicated because I've got to chop some stonework out and rebuild a place to fit some hinges. But, you know, I'm sort of pleased with how that's going. It's not going as quickly as I'd like, but it's going in the right directions. Yeah, I'm going to find some coarse grit stuff and carry on attacking this paint. Oh, there we are. We've been down to the tip at Saint-Michel-en-Brenne. Got rid of some, what should we call it, déchets, rubbish. Always good to do that on a Monday morning. That's a lovely looking house, isn't it? This, of course, is Mézières-en-Brenne, the River Clays, which is, well, we would describe it as en creux. It's quite a lot higher than it used to be, or is normally, shall we say. That's one of the stumps of one of the towers of the old town wall, because once upon a time all of these towns were walled. That's the old mill building, and there's a mill race there, he said, waving the camera madly. Never really like this junction. It's sort of a bit blind. Now, the rain that we had in the night was a little bit strange. It was sort of gritty. And I don't know if it was a mixture of sand or pollen or whatever, but yeah, it was sort of gritty rain. We do get that quite a bit here, and sometimes the weather forecasters tell us that it's sand from the Sahara. You know, there are weather systems that lift dust from the deserts of Africa, really, and drop them here. Saves me going there, I suppose. Well, one of the benefits of overnight rain is it makes weeding a lot easier, and yeah, I need to get some serious weeding done. And I know you all want me to mess about with mechanical things, but I want to eat this summer, so I need to extract the weeds from amongst me peas. The peas are actually doing moderately well. I'm sort of pleased with the way they're coming up, but I would be more pleased if it was only peas. Now, here's a funny thing. Right, okay, so I was looking at my video that I started shooting about repairing this Agria mini-cot, and I thought, oh, my barn is disgusting. I really ought to do some tidying, you know. And I thought, I can tell you all the excuses. I can talk about cutting firewood all winter and all of those sorts of things. There's reasons that you get in a muddle, but there's also sometimes you just have to swallow and get on with doing things. Anyway, there I was, happily sort of shifting muck around, and I picked up this bolt, and I thought, you know what, I've got a feeling that goes in the threads on there. Now, if I carry on tidying up for a bit longer, do you reckon I'll find another couple of those? Or should I just go over to my shelf where I've actually got some brand new ones with the same thread on? Funny that, isn't it? But no matter how much fun you're having, there comes a time when a chap needs to have dinner. Yeah, this is my wages for my little chauffeuring job that I do on Sunday. And we know which hen laid this. This is a chicken egg. And we know which hen it was because she was cross-eyed afterwards. The theory is that it might be a double yolker. We'll have a look when I cook me dinner. Well, that's a normal hen's egg, and that's the one that we got yesterday. I wonder what's in it. Well, there we are. A double yolk egg.